With even a perfunctory reading of Parsha Naso, you'll notice that all 12 of the Nasiim bring the exact same korban. Each day, a different Nasi brings the same one. But lost in the shuffle, you might not notice a little grammatical anomaly, pointed out by the Meshech Chachma. What is the korban that they actually bring as part of their offering, each one on his day? The pasuk says, Par echad ben bakar. The Meshech Chachma points out that later in other places, for example in Parshat Pinchas, the pasuk says, Par ben bakar echad. So why did the Torah insert the word echad right in the middle of the phrase? One bull. So why not say par ben bakar echad? Why is it par echad ben bakar? To answer this, the Meshech Chachma points out the Mishnah in Bechorot that explains why there's such a high volume, why it happens so often that an animal has a blemish. And it says very simply that oxen gore each other. Each one gores the other one. So therefore, each Nasi had to plan ahead for this. Just like Chazal tell us that in order to have the right wood for the Mishkan, they had to have planned ahead. And to have the right Avnei Shoham, to have the right stones for the breastplate of the Choshen, each Nasi had to plan ahead in order to be able to have this animal to bring as the Korban. Why did they plan ahead? Because they raised them alone, so that each one would be raised without a blemish. And that way they would be able to bring it as a korban, because you can't have a korban that's a Baal Mum, it can't have a blemish. So they planned ahead by each one raising Par Echad Ben Bakar, raising one bull on its own. That's why the Torah stuck the word Echad there right in the middle of that phrase. Right in the middle there to tell you that they made sure that these bulls would grow up and be able to achieve this potential. And that's an important lesson for chinuch as well, because this foresight and this sensitivity of the Nasi was what made this bull able to achieve its potential, able to be brought as a korban, because the Nasi taught it, quote unquote, properly. He raised it properly. And that's what we're hoping for our educators, our Rabbanim, our leaders. We want them to be able to raise up a generation of children, of young adults, who will also be able to grow up unblemished in their spiritual growth, unblemished in their knowledge base that they're supposed to accumulate from their education, from our chinuch. We want them to be able to grow up and be able to reach their potential. And that is the goal, that we would love to have more and more mechanchim, more and more rabbanim, who are going to follow the path set before us by these Nasiim, who were careful to raise their animals so they grow up unblemished and able to reach their potential. We also need rabbanim who are going to do the same. So, Bezrat Hashem, we should be zocheh to have such rabbanim, such mechanchim, such educators, such teachers who will do the same with our students.